Well, you might recognize that lick. That's the intro to a fantastic song by Fleetwood Mac. I think it came out about 1975 on their very first album. It's called Rhiannon. And, you know, I've listened to Fleetwood Mac through the years. I was a big fan with Peter Green back in the day, Black Magic Woman, all those great songs they did, you know, oh well. But I got to say, when I first heard Buckingham and Nicks, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham with them, I thought, wow, that's a good, amazing reincarnation of the band. And then I heard Rhiannon and I was like, wow, that guy's good. So I'm going to give you a little overview of how to play Rhiannon now. There's a couple things I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some sort of the way he does it, and then I'm going to show you kind of a simplistic way in case you want to, you know, break it down to acoustic or whatever. But the first part is in the intro, it does a thing where it goes. Now, the way that goes is it's a part of the A minor chord. It's just using the G and the B string. So it's the G2, B1. And you take that, we'll talk about the thumb later. Start out with that, and then move it up to, and then bar with your third, I do it with my third finger. You could do, it might be easier, yeah, do it with your second and third finger. Bar the G and the B on the 5th fret. So it goes like this in slow motion. Got it? One more time. I'm pinching, by the way. If you want to play with a pick, you can. If you can't pinch it, though, it'll be cool, because then you can do the next thing I'm going to show you. So as you do that, if you want, you can strum the A string. The A string is kind of a little bit like mixed drum, like his bass drum. So, in the intro, the bass string on the guitar is playing that, you know, that. Later on, I think he mostly just plays this part because he's got a bass going on, so he doesn't want to bump the bass. That's the way he's done it live anyway. I've seen him do that. So, but it starts out back to the beginning is I'll do it real slow. So up speed kind of getting that thumb going, right? Next move, you're doing the third finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, second finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. And this again is just a partial, it's just 2 notes in a chord. It's part of the F chord actually. And you're going to be hitting that bass if you want to. He does that. But let's just show you the lick first. So the first move is that first one here, the 3 and the 2 on the B or on the D and the G. Then open G and B. And then again, that same form that I showed you before, the 2 and the 1 on the G and the B string. And open twice. And then land on that first partial, the 3-2 on the DG. So in slow motion would be. You notice how I hit the G and the B twice. And so there's the first move. Strings, and then twice on the open G and the open B, and then rest on that F. Okay, and then if you want to, if you're able to, you can hit the F note. He jumps up from the E, goes. That's a little tough to do. For me too. But you know, I wouldn't worry too much about that bass part because I think if we can get the main melody, we're doing pretty good, you know. And the next part I'm going to show you too in a minute is the pre-chorus part, and that goes C to F. And the way Lindsey does it, it goes after it does the. Now it goes up to C, and he does this kind of weird. It almost almost sounds like a folk acoustic part, but that's the way Lindsey played with his, he played fingerstyle, so, which I like. So the way he does it, you come down on the C chord, and you get that open G string on the second fret with your second finger. And each time you do that, you land on the C chord, so it's a little tricky. So it does sound like an acoustic move, doesn't it? And the way it's working is I'm pinching these three things. See, I'm plucking like that. And then so it goes, all your life you'll never seen. And then just that 3 times, okay? So it goes, sorry. So rest for a second for a bar. And then, so. So that's like, second, again, that's the same similar pinch on the D and the G string, the 3 and the 2. And then open G and B. And then close 2 and the 1 on the B, the G and the B, which is how we started this whole thing. And then open again, and then come down on the 3 and the 2, the D and the G, which is nothing more than a partial of the F chord, right? So it goes from the C. Very lyrical move, huh? And then at the end it goes, which leads you to the C again. So it kind of flows like. Sorry, that's tricky. Don't even worry about that note. Now, if you want to simplify that, especially if you're singing it, you might be, or you might have somebody singing, you could just do a C. Love you never see, woman, breaking by the wind. She could save you, promised her heaven, whoever wins. Now, when it goes pre-chorus, sometimes it does a little kind of a thing with the bass and the guitar on the F. Will you win? And then back to the intro. And then it just rests on the F. Yeah. And yeah. So you see I'm just playing the F chord, but I'm pinching it. I'm hammering on the second fret of the G string to get that flavor, but it doesn't go. So the difference between the verse feel and the actual chorus is the verse does that. I'm doing slow. So the guitar part is exactly correlative to the vocal phrasing. Okay, so that's important to know that the verse voicing is slightly different. And again, if you want to, the intro has got to be what it is. If you want to add the bass. The pre-chorus, either you go, if you want to try and swing this, it's kind of tricky, isn't it? But I don't want to worry too much about that. I'd just say, love you never seen a woman. You go and just hammer on. If I was singing it, that's how I would do it, because I can't possibly sing. I love you, never seen woman shaken by the wind. That's pretty tough. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about that. But if you are playing with, say, a female vocalist, you can go ahead and play what Lindsey played. It's a brilliant little move. Now, before I leave you, though, now that you've got the bones of the song, I'm going to show you a little bit of what can be done. And I think this is a great exercise in, soloing or whatever. I mean, Lindsey was such a brilliant soloist. All his solos had great content and great vibe, and had a great entrance and all that. So I'll just play a little bit of this and I'll show you what you can do with it. Really fun to solo. Basically working off A minor pentatonic. So you just spell out the A minor chord and you're safe. Get that seventh in there. And then if you want to add a little kind of almost a blues lick, which is just a B.B. King. So what you probably wonder, what's he doing there? Sounds good, but so I'm basically working off this A minor chromatic, and I'm not going to take it too far. A minor pentatonic, sorry. Now, if you were just working off the D and the G string, even, you get miles out of that easily. So I'm just going, from the 7 to the 5, 7 on the D and then 5 on the G, 7 on the G, and then giving it a half step, which is really cool. Okay, so there's that. That's always going to work. And if you want to just spell out the A minor chord with a 7th, A minor 7th, that's going to work for you too. You want to slide up to that high A, and then you do the same lick. So that's what some of the magic you can do there. I'm not going to spend too much time in the lead because the purpose of this lesson is really to show you the bones of it, right? But that's such a great jam. I just love playing over it. You're gonna have fun with that. All right, that's about it for Rhiannon for today. I finally want to tell you though, Rhiannon's about a Welsh witch. You want to say hi? She doesn't want to, but I'm gonna. Listen, man, my cat Luna, she helps me with my lessons. Some of you see her little tail fly up when I'm teaching. You all right? You good? But anyway, she's definitely my familiar. So if you know anything about witches, a lot of them have black cats. I don't know what that makes me a warlock. All right, we'll see you down the road.